Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's Tuesday night, November 2nd. I want to discuss a little bit of the Summer Wells case. I want to talk about some things in this case that is driving me mad. Something doesn't make sense to me. Actually, a lot of things don't make sense to me about this case. I want to start off by saying that this video is not in defense for the Wells. This video is not to pick on anyone. I do not know the Wells. I do not know any of the family. I'm from Kentucky. I'm in Kentucky now. I've been in Kentucky my whole life. I've only been out of Kentucky a handful of times. I've been to Tennessee several times, but I've never been near the Wells property. I don't know anything about them other than this case. Another thing I want to say is I want to apologize to the Wells for anything I said in my previous video that may have been hurtful. The rumors in this case are just unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I think that somewhere along the way we've lost focus on what the goal is here, which is summer. So what I'm going to be talking about tonight is not to hurt anyone's feelings. It's not to discount anyone's story or anyone's truths or diminish anyone's pain or add more pain or anything like that. This is solely because I have some questions that I need answers to that are really bothering me about this case. Okay, I want to start off by talking about Jeannie a little bit. For starters, I guess I have a problem with mainly Jeannie coming out with the information that she's coming out with. Don is right about one thing. When they came out with this information, it did take all of the focus off of whoever the true perpetrator was, and it put it all on Dad. He said that in a video. I think it was the behavioral panels video where Don mentioned that, and he's right. I mean, once them allegations came out, that's all we've been talking about. Don and Candace this, Don and Candace that. So what I want to clear up is if these things happened when they were younger and they disapproved of Don Wells so much, why was he still in their lives? Why did he work on their homes through the years? Why did he even have a chance to meet their children? I guess that's mainly what I have a problem with. And also the fact that Don mentioned in, I think it was also the behavioral panel's interview, that one of his stepsisters named one of their children Winter. How come nobody's talking about that? Is that true? I mean, I think that's a big clue. Or it's definitely ringing alarm bells in my head, if that's true. Is there a child named Winter? I mean, Don specifically said when all this started, you know, my stepsisters claimed they never knew about Summer, but that's a lie. I called my dad's a couple of years ago, and they were there, and they got on the phone bragging about Summer and said that they named one of their children Winter. That's exactly what he said. Is that true? Like I said, I'm not discounting anybody's story. I'm not saying that it didn't happen. I'm not saying Don Wells is innocent in any way, shape, or form. I'm just having to get this in my head. If he's such a bad person, why was he over your house through the years visiting? Why did you let him work on your home? Why did you even let him near your children? And who has the child named Winter? I think that's pretty important. The fourth thing I want to talk about is the video that day that was accidentally taken of Candace or of Summer in the back seat of the vehicle. I feel that was legit. I feel it was a glimpse into their day. I feel that it wasn't faked. It makes sense that Grandma went to take a picture and accidentally hit record. and got that little bit of video for us that day. It happened by mistake. All that makes sense to me. You can hear Candace in the video say, is her arm still up in the air? And you can hear Grandma say no, and you can hear Candace's disappointment when she says, oh, well, that's why I was trying to get on film. It doesn't sound fake to me. I don't hear hesitation in Candace's voice. I don't hear deceit. It seems very normal to me. It seems like it wasn't made up or anything, is what I'm trying to say about that. The fifth thing I want to talk about is Hunter. Hunter said in his first interview with Chris from the interview room, Hunter said that Candace got a call that day from Dawn. And something about somebody bothering the kids, some guy bothering the kids. This is crucial information. Why? Because and Candace and Dawn said that this is a lie, that it's not true. Well, if it's not true, then why didn't Hunter make it up? And if it is true, Dawn and Candace have some explaining to do. We need to go back to that comment and figure out, why did Hunter say that? He specifically said Candace got a call that day from Dawn. He was in the vehicle when she got the call from him. He heard what it was about. And Dawn called to say somebody was hassling the kids. Dawn and Candace say that's a lie. Also, I hear that Hunter is telling everybody he went through Candace's phone. Turns out they're saying he couldn't have because the police already had her phone. Why would he lie about that? So if you ask me, through all of this, I haven't seen Dawn and Candace lying, but I've seen Hunter lying. I'm not saying I believe Dawn and Candace. I'm not saying they're innocent. I'm just saying, what if they are innocent, guys? I mean, we've been on them for 5 months, and we have not found any answers as to Summer's whereabouts. So isn't it time for us to move on and start looking down other avenues? I really think that we're missing a big clue in this case. I think that it's possible these parents could be clueless. It's possible that they've been taken for a ride here. It's possible that the person that took Summer knew the parents would be blamed. So that all that's concerning to me. So I guess my main 2 questions right now is, Jeannie, why did you let Don around your home, your life? Why did you let him meet your kids? Why did he come to visit through the years if he's such a bad guy? Number 2, who has, my second question, who has the daughter named Winter? Yeah, I actually wrote this stuff down so I don't forget what I want to talk about, because these are the points that are driving me nuts. I feel like that everybody's not listening to Don and Candace because they automatically don't believe them. They think they're guilty. They think they're hiding the truth. You guys can think that all day long, but the fact of the matter is, it's not getting us answers. The parents have not slipped up with, saying one thing and then saying another. We've not caught them in a big lie. And I think there's a reason for that. That they've not been held at the police station and interrogated for a lengthy amount of time, such as you would be if you failed a lie detector test. How did they pass them lie detectors test? That's a big deal that they pass them tests, if you ask me. Lie detector is no joke. The phone call Candace made that night, all messed up when they were drinking. If what I'm thinking is true, it makes sense that they did that. They're hurt. I mean, after all these years, they barely have contact with Don's family in Utah. And Summer comes up missing, and instead of the family showing up to help, they show up to throw you all under the bus and criticize. I could see how that would be hurtful. And I guess you would have to have experience with manipulating crazy family members to understand it, but I get it. I do, I get it. I get why they made that phone call that night. They were hurt, and they wanted to get back at Jeannie and Mary and make them feel bad for the trouble that they've caused, I think, is what that was all about. I think Don and Candace were trying to make Jeannie and Mary feel like this, is what I think. And I also want to talk about lower class. lack of money and lack of education and lack of certain skills does not equal lack of love. There's poor people all over this world. There's people that wake up every day and they're hungry all day long. Their kids are hungry all day long. It's all over the world. There's starvation, hunger, poverty. It would be stupid for us to think that just because somebody's poor, they don't love their kids. I'm not saying Don and Candace are the great, best parents ever. But at the same time, I do see love there. I do see a family there. I do see affection there. And I see real pain right now on their faces because they're missing their daughter. And I think it's ridiculous how everyone's treating them because they think they're guilty. Because if we discount what these parents are telling us just because we think they're guilty, that could get this little girl gone forever. I mean, there is a child's life at stake here. So I think we need to be taking every single lead that we can get and running with it. So if the dad's telling us, hey, they're lying to you, they're telling you they didn't know about our daughter, they did. And they also named one of their children Winter to match our daughter's name. That's a big deal. That's a red flag for me. So I think we need to examine that. I've watched several of these channels. I don't have time to sit all day long and watch 5 hours of phone conversations and everybody doing a live chat. I have a life. I just got my day done, got my dishes done, got the kitty box, emptied out, got household chores done, got my teenager in bed where I know he's not going to be bugging me every 10 minutes to where I can sit down and talk about this and get this on film, the things that are concerning me about this case. Like I said, I'm not calling Jeannie a liar. I'm not trying to take away from her story. I mean, that's a serious, serious thing. My heart goes out to her if that everything she's saying is true. I mean, that's horrible that she had to go through that. And she's a survivor if everything she's saying is true. I'm not calling her a liar. I'm just saying something to me is not making sense. She's telling us that this person did these things to her and traumatized her like that. I mean, why did she even go around him after that? After she got so grown to a point to where she could make decisions for herself, why did she ever put herself back in the same room with such a person? That's what I'm not understanding here in my head. So I'd like answers to them questions. And another thing I would like to add to this is alcohol is the only substance you can die from withdrawal. Don is an alcoholic. We all see that he's an alcoholic. His daughter is missing. His life has been ripped apart. His little boys have been taken from him. Even if he is a bad guy and did all these things, that's all the more reason he's going to want to drink right now. But if he is innocent, if they're truly innocent, can you imagine what they're going through and how hard it is for him not to take a drink? And like I said, a true alcoholic can die in withdrawal. Heroin will not even do that to you. You may think you're going to die withdrawing from heroin, but you won't. But alcohol will kill you. If you're a true alcoholic and you stop cold turkey, ask any doctor. So I think we need to cut the wells a break. I think we need to pray for them. And I think we need to remember that we're all human. We all make mistakes. None of us are perfect. And all of us need to take a good hard look in the mirror and remember that the good book says, treat others as you would want to be treated. So we need to treat the Wells right now as the way we would want to be treated if we were in their shoes. We don't know that they're guilty. And everyone's treating them as if they've already been tried and convicted, honey. And it's sad. It's really sad. So again, I want to apologize to them. I want to apologize to anybody's feelings I may have hurt by making this video. But I'd like answers to these questions that are bugging the snot out of me about this case. Feel free to leave your comments below. Thanks, guys. Okay, so I just wanted to add for reference that I did hear in one of the interviews that Jeannie or Mary gave that Dawn did do work on one of their homes. I don't know if it was Mary's home or Jeannie's home, but I know I heard that with my own ears. So that comment and some other comments that I just cannot let go of are bugging the snot out of me. And like I said, I'm not calling anyone a liar, but you know, we're hearing two sides. We're hearing two sides to two stories. To one story. Sorry. We're hearing two sides to one story. To the one truth. Two sides to one truth. You know what everybody says about that? That there's always two sides. And then there's the truth, right? So where's the truth? Is it somewhere in the middle? Dawn says that they were young. They started out as friends. Their parents got married. They became stepbrother and stepsister. They did what kids do sometimes. Being kids, experimenting. Dawn claims that she is kind of making it a lot worse than it was. I'm not saying I believe that. But is there a child named Winter? You all don't even want to know what my mom thinks when I told her that there may be a child named Winter. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. One more thing, make sure that you are hanging flyers for Summer in your area. Especially if you're making videos concerning her, please do at least that much. We all need to be doing our part. And don't stop praying. Thanks, guys.